In the Museum by Lynn Frankel. Carlos and Kim are visiting the museum with their teacher, Mr. Diego. The museum has a new dinosaur exhibit. During their visit, Carlos and Kim are going to talk to people who work at the museum. They'll learn a lot of facts about the exhibit. They are going to report what they have learned to their class. The students meet Mrs. Reed in the lobby. She is the director of the museum. She introduces her assistant, Mr. Fox. Mr. Diego thinks his students might be nervous. He asks the first question. Why did you decide to have a dinosaur exhibit? Mrs. Reed smiles. Well, dinosaurs are amazing. They became extinct long ago, but people are still fascinated by them. Kim reads the first question on her notepad. Did you face any obstacles getting the exhibit ready? Mr. Fox nods. Our biggest one was finding all the objects we wanted to show. Where did you get them? Carlos asks. Mostly from other museums, Mr. Fox explains. I spent months writing emails and letters to museums around the world. Mr. Fox leads the group to the main display. It shows some genuine dinosaur skeletons. It also has life-size dinosaur models. We spent a lot of time thinking about the contents of this display, Mr. Fox says. At first, we just had the skeletons. Then we decided we wanted to show something more. We wanted to show what the world was like when dinosaurs were alive. We decided to expand the exhibit. We added models of other dinosaurs. We also added plants to show more of the dinosaurs' vast habitat, says Mrs. Reed. It looks great, says Kim. Everyone here seems to think so. Mrs. Reed leads them into the next room. This one has dinosaurs too. Here are two of our guides, says Mrs. Reed. They show people around the museum and tell them about each exhibit. I'm going to leave you in their care. Will they know as much as you and Mr. Fox? Asks Kim. Mrs. Reed laughs. We train all of our guides. They know our dinosaurs inside out. Don't worry. They'll be able to answer any questions you have. Carlos asks about the row of screens in the room. This part of the exhibit is interactive, the guide replies. There are games that teach you about dinosaurs. They get everyone really involved. Here's a dinosaur that flew, the guide continues. We're showing a movie about it. I have to apologize, though. The next movie doesn't start for another 2 hours. We can't stay that long, says Kim. I wish we could. That's okay. We'll be coming back next week with the whole class, says Mr. Diego. Mr. Diego and his students go to say goodbye to Mrs. Reed. We have to get back to school now, says Mr. Diego. Thanks so much for your help. Yes, thank you, Carlos adds. We have plenty to report back to our class. Kim shakes Mrs. Reed's hand. Your exhibit is awesome. I can't wait to come next week. Everyone waves goodbye. Everyone, that is, except the dinosaurs. Look back and respond. Question number 1. Why might people want to visit the new dinosaur exhibit at the museum? Hint. Clues you can use are on almost every page. Question number 2. Name one obstacle that Mrs. Reed and Mr. Fox faced as they got the exhibit ready. Hint. For clues, see pages 276 and 277. Question number 3. Write a fact from the story. Hint. A fact is a statement that can be proved. Question number 4. Write an opinion from the story. Hint. An opinion is a statement that cannot be proved.